friends. Just a little chanting here before class starts. As usual. Sutra 7 of Book 4, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. The teaching of karma today. And it may not be what you think. It might be a little different than what you might anticipate. So let's see if my mic's on. Hold on. Double check on the mic. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so Sutra 7 has a process around what's called Shukla karma, white action, and then Krishna karma, or black action, and then mixed, we call mixed karma, some white, some black, and then Shukla, Krishna, which is neither white or black. We'll talk about that in a moment. Om Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividham Itaresham. Om Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividham Itaresham. Om Karma Shukla Krishna Yoginas Trividham Itaresham. Om Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividham Itaresham. For the yogi, the karma is neither white or black, but for others, it is white, black, or mixed. Om Gananantva Ganapatigum Havamahe Priyanantva Priyapatigum Havamahe Nidinantva Nidipatigum Havamahe Vaso Mama Aham Jani Barbadamatmajasi Darvadam. Om Swastinandro Bharashava Swastinatu Shabishvavedaha Swastinastarikshu Avishtinihi Swastinovryaskatir Didatu Om Paya Prithivyam Payo Shidishu Payo Dipindam Payo Da Payaskati Pariksha Sankyumayam Om Vishnaho Varatamasi Vishnu Vishnatrestoho Vishnu Sharasi Vishnu Vibhosi Vaishnavamasi Vishwekwa. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So early. So maybe I'll get signed on and settled in here a little bit. Get a sip or two of chai in me. Okay. Namaste, friends. Hi, Maggie. Good morning. Nice to see that you're here. Good morning, Stephanie. Nice to see that you're here. Love and peace, friends. All right. Yeah, we're about at start time. And so, Tammy, hello. Happy Saturday. Yeah, to everyone, happy Saturday. Almost February. It's hard to believe. It's been almost a full month of January. So, as I just dawdle a little bit to make sure people kind of get online, if you want to say hello, say hello. Today's chai and chat conversation is around karma. And we kind of unraveled this summer pretty extensively. We had like retreats. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Mateo. Hariom. And we had retreats at Shivalaya this summer that really had a lot of focus on karma. And we'll probably do that again this summer. And we didn't get to the subject that I want to talk about this morning. And so this is going to be new information. So Maggie, I'm glad that you're here because this is one of the pieces that we didn't get to. And so with karma, there's actually four types of karma. And of course, they have names. The first one is called sanchita. And this is essentially like the storehouse of karma, if you will, or the storehouse of possibilities. The yogis always use metaphor, and the metaphor that they use for sanchita karma is arrows that are in the quiver. So arrows that are in the quiver. And then the next, and it kind of does go in like a cycle, the next type of karma is called prarabdha karma. And this is the karma that is manifesting in this life. Hi, Val. So it is the karma that's manifesting in this life. And what the yogis believe, the teaching, how it goes, is that this life is full of the energies of all the previous karmic existences that we have. And so it's just like we were born into this energetic quality of experience, and it's manifesting in this way. This is metaphorically called arrows that are in flight. So arrows that are in flight. And then the next type of karma is called kriyamana karma. And this is the karma that is happening now with your current actions. So obviously, I mean, we're all here doing yoga on Saturday morning together. And so this is an example of you manifesting kriyamana karma through the actions in this life. And this is considered arrows that are in your hand. So this is what we're doing right now. And the last type of karma is called agami karma. And this is future karma of what's to come. And there's no real kind of metaphor, with arrows and anything like that. It might be like the bow being drawn or something. And it kind of works in this cycle fashion, right? And so the kriyamana karma builds future karma, agami. That future karma goes into the storehouse of karma, which is sanchita. And then that storehouse of karma eventually manifests, and that's called prarabdha karma. And then again, the kriyamana karma is action. That's wild. And it's really, if you sit back and think about that, then it's very true. And then the other teaching that I wanted to share is this Sutra 7 of Book 4 of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. And this talks about there are actually 4 different types of action that create karma. So 4 different types of action that create karma. And the first is called Shukla karma, and that's white action. And then Krishna karma, which is dark karma. And then mixed white or black. So mixed, white karma, black karma. And then finally, Ashukla and Krishna karma. So neither white or black. And that's really what I wanted to talk about here this morning, is what the yogis say. Good morning, Leslie. What the yogis guide is that action is either has merit or demerit, is how Babaji talked about in the sutra, merit or demerit, if you will. And so that's white karma or black karma, or mixed. It's kind of inclusive of different aspects of experience. But then what this sutra talks about is the karma for the yogi, which is neither white or black. And one must say, like, why does the yogi want neither white or black karma? And the reason is that any action, whether it's white or black, creates experience, and that experience then creates the tendency for reincarnation. And that's a big deal. And so with the yogi, then the suggestion is, and I know this is like really hard, is to not be attached to either any type of result of any action that you do, whether it has merit or demerit, not to be attached to it. And then when that unattachment to the results of the action, right, to the results of the action manifests, then the karma is not building inside the being. And if you think about like the time that we're in, there's a high tendency for attachment to manifest. I'm just saying, right? And for that energy of the yogi, then somehow we want to create some space around the results of our actions. And then we create that space, then the Ashukla and Akrishna aspect of the karma can manifest. In that we're not building, the tendency for an energetic imprint to follow us through an eternity. And that's what this stuff does. I mean, we like have an imprint. That energetic imprint follows us in the samchitta karma, in the storehouse of our karmas for our entire infinite existence. Samchitta, prarabdha, kriyamana, and agami, 4 types of karma, and then 4 types of action that create karma: white, black, mixed white or black, neither white or black. Om yogis, back to my abode. Thank you. And so then, I'm going to chant Sutra 7 of Book 4 of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali that unpacks that idea. And then I would just like for you to reflect on some actions that, say, has a lot of energy for you. And that, possibly create attachment or aversion. And we offer those into the cosmic fire, is what we do. We did a fire ceremony in Shivalaya this summer, and we were throwing a seed mixture into the fire while we were chanting to Shiva. And that is symbolic of asking for the divine fire to burn our karmas. And just take a moment and have some reflection time. I'm going to chant a little bit. Om Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividham Itaresham. For the yogi, the karma is neither white or black, but for others, it is of three forms: it is white, black, or mixed. Om Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividham Itaresham. Om Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividham Itaresham. One last time. Om Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividham Itaresham. So for the Sankalpa, for the intention, we're just going to offer some karmic seeds into the cosmic cauldron, into the cosmic fire, into the cosmic inferno, into the cosmic volcano. Yeah, let it burn. And let's chant a couple of ohms here together, friends. Exhale the breath completely. And then take a big inhale. Om. And again. Om. And this last one, Om Swaha. And the Swaha is representing the karmic seeds being offered, burnt, and surrendered. Om, and then Swaha. One more time. Om Swaha. Okay, friends, namaste. So we'll stay in seated position just for a moment or two. And then just interlace the fingers here, extend the palms of the hands out, really elongate the spine, let the shoulder blades kind of track down the back a little bit. And then with an inhale, float the hands and arms over the head, reach real tall. Just breathe, breathe, breathe here, yeah. And then just put a little sway in the body, side to side, so a little kind of bendiness in the ribs, if you will. Nice, and then in a big inhale, and exhale, float the hands and arms down, round the low back, rocking back on the sacrum, stretching the back body. And then inhale, float the hands back up. Yeah. And so then we can begin to practice, and we spin this up so many different times in different ways, but the practice of samatha, so the practice of equanimity here. And then that's the patterning, if you will, that supports Shukla and Krishna karmas. And so this is neither white or black karma. Yeah, and then float the hands and arms shoulder height. Right palm turns up, left palm turns down. Stir of the upper arm bones and shoulder girdle. Just feeling your way into that. Oh, yeah. And then a little circling, little cosmic seated dance, karmic dance. Yeah, we're in a karmic dance right now, friends. Absolutely. And we're probably been yogis before, most likely neutral position with the arms. Big inhale and exhale, float the right arm under the left palm's forms, come together, elbows out and up, because we all could be doing something different than we are right now, but we're doing yoga together here. Illuminated Insight, YouTube, Shiva Live channel, Saturday mornings. A little stir of the head. And then inhale, float hands and arms wide. Here, big, hugging a beach ball. And exhale, left under the right. So forearms, palms come together, elbows out and up, shoulder blades down the back. And so this is Kriyamana Karma. So this is an arrow in the hand, our sadhana practice. So we're creating right? It is a Shukla karma, reach the hands behind you. So it's a white karma. And if we're attached to it, then it binds us into reincarnation. So we then even practice with the aura of what's called vairagya, dispassion, or samatha, equanimity. Yeah. And I know it all. It feels good most of the time. But then we just try and unravel that kind of binding nature. Breathe very deeply here. And then soften the grip of the hands, and we'll extend the right arm out to the side. Pretty familiar. Left palm turns up, inhale, float arm up. Exhale it over the head and just really reach with the fingertips. Let the side body lengthen. Kind of ground that left knee a little bit. Turn the heart open. And then inhale, float hand and arm up. We'll switch. So float this left hand down. Right palm turns up. Inhale, sweep arm up. Exhale it over, over, over. And so that's what we do. Like, so whenever there's an action, you're out there, like on the road. I mean, I had some strange experiences the last few days on the road. Float hand and arm up. Exhale, gently release it down. And so we kind of release the attachment to any of the thing. So the Kriyamana, inhale, float hands and arms over the head. We'll twist to the right. So the Kriyamana karma does not accumulate. No, we let that go, go, go. Yeah, sit nice and tall here. Breathe into the belly. You can contract the obliques on the right side, and that'll twist you deeper into the form. That as you inhale into the belly, inhale into the lats of the left side. So really open the body, and this twists are so great to open first for back bends. Big inhale, then exhale. Gently release the twist here. Float hands and arms up, and then spin, spin, spin to the left. We'll switch. So right hand on the outside, left knee, left arm behind you. Sit tall. Breathe into the belly. And what the yogis understand is those karmas, folks, they're going to stick around for a long, long time until we get into what's called Dharma Meg Samadhi. And that means cloud pouring virtue. And it's in that region that then the seeds of action get burned. Not till then. A lot of work to do. Yeah. Big inhale. Then exhale, gently release the twist here. Yeah. Let the knees float up here to neutral position. We'll stay seated for just another second. So ground the hands, I lift the hips and then float the right foot above the left knee, creating a figure four, and then just sit the hips back down. Take the belly button to the spine, spread the toes here, and again, belly button to the spine, and it'll likely be obvious, the sensation, hopefully, in the right hip. Take a nice big inhale, and exhale, float now the foot down, and right foot over to the left, and then inhale, float back up. And exhale, float down. So you can always be thinking every action that, one more time, inhale, float up, that we're doing is Kriya Mana Karma, arrows in the hand. Yeah. And then gently back up, and then we'll just totally unravel from this and switch. So just unravel and switch it out. Belly button to the spine, spread the toes of the left foot. So let that organize the structure of the ankle and also the knee. Big inhale, then exhale, float the foot down over to the other side, that right side. Inhale, float up. But then recognize that the prarabdha karma is what's acting in this life, right? So the fact that we're doing yoga is telling us more than likely that we've been doing this before, even, maybe even together, I would say. Yeah, we practiced together before, friends. And then gently release the unravel here and into tabletop. So make our way to all fours. Yeah. And then just a little circle of the hips just to kind of feel some movement here. Include your breathing. Inhale, float, heart forward, exhale. Of course, hips back. Yep. And the prarabdha karma, if you're like, what is that? Well, it's all of your tendencies. It's all of your interests. It's like totally what makes you who you are. Whatever it is, that's more than likely an energetic system that you created previously, that whose tendency was kind of easeful, if you will, in this life. We'll meet in down dog. When you're ready, tuck the back toes under Adho Mukha Svanasana. Yeah. Yep. Prarabdha karma. Kriyamana karma. Yeah. Breathe deeply. Just enjoy down dog. Ground the roots of the fingers here. Enjoy it in an equal-minded kind of a way, right? So no more karma. Breathe it. Ah. Whew. And then lift the heels here, come up on the tippy toes, sink the heart, heels lift, heart sinks. And then kind of release the heels back towards the earth gently. And then bend the right knee, ground the right hand, stretch left calf of Achilles, going into that. And then straighten and switch. So then left knee, ground left hand, right calf of Achilles stretches. A little wiggling between the two. Oh. Breathing deep, 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 friends. And then as if you're just going to offer Om Swaha, the karma to the cauldron. Child's pose, release to the knees, hips to the heels, forehead to earth, hands back to the ankles, and just let go. Yeah. And then gently inhale back into tabletop. And then release into down dog, hips lifted again, Vundaba. And then float the right leg hip height there, the right leg floats hip height. Just stay with the breath. Really kind of energize the leg back. So it's, the leg is an arrow. Uh-huh. An arrow in the hand. Kriyamana. Then take a nice big inhale. And exhale, knee to the chest. Give her a little squeeze in. And then inhale that behind you. And then exhale, right knee, right elbow. Right knee, right elbow, a little squeeze. Inhale leg behind you. And exhale, right knee, left elbow, squeeze. And then inhale leg behind you. And exhale, gently release it down. We'll switch. And then float now the left leg, hip height there. Pause for a moment, energize the leg. Stay with the breath. And then nice big inhale. And then exhale, knee to chest, squeeze it in. And then inhale, leg behind you. Exhale, left to left, so left elbow. Inhale, leg behind you. And then left to right, so left knee, right elbow, squeeze it in. And then inhale, leg behind you. And exhale, gently release it down. Breathe deeply. Nourish the body with breath. Just sustain the experience. And then Uttanasana, we know this is forward fold, so walking the feet to the hands here, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Little space in between the feet, weight pivots, big toe mounds, head releases, maybe interlacing forearms here. Let's feel it into that. Neti pot drain is what's happening over here. Ah. Yeah, and then inhale, half lift, your hands to the mid shins. Stay with the breath. Big inhale. Exhale, lengthen out as you pull down, chin tucks, hands release at the bottom there. Yep, and again, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Yeah, and then inhale, flat back. Little bend in the knees, cactus the arms to standing. We go flat back, reach all the way up and out, hands over the head. Put a little sway in the body, a little bit of movement here. Yeah, and the Kriya Mana is building into the Agami, and that's going into the Sanchita, the storehouse of the karmas. Reach real tall, let the pubic bone kind of drop back, tone the core, and then with an inhale, bend the elbows, and just cactus the arms here. The shoulders can move then away from the ears in this position, and you can kind of engage the muscles of the back and just squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. Yeah, let the heart just really lift. Stay with the breath. And then inhale, reach the hands and arms over the head. Exhale, the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Yep. And then inhale, look up, lengthen, pause here, and just breathe very deeply. Yeah, just love deep breathing. Let the ribs open. And then gently release the grip of the hands here. Inhale, float, hands and arms over the head. Utkatasana. And exhale, bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. And just stay with the breath here. Oh, yeah. Give the legs a little bit of a bounce. So let some energy come into the quads. Knees are tracking in line with the feet here. Yep. Then inhale, come to standing, reach full tall. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Yep. Chin tucks, hands come down. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Next, so fold bend the knees, plant hands, and then step back into high plank, high push-up now. So high plank, high push-up. Just stay with your breath. And then a big inhale here. Exhale to the knees, to the belly. Bhujangasana coming up. The cobra pose with an inhale, float the torso. Shoulders pivot away from the ears. Elbows wrap, side bodies, ground, feet, pelvis here. And just breathe very deeply, friends. Keep the shoulders moving away from the ears. Kind of feel the shoulder blades slip down the back. Big inhale. Next, I'll go torso, forehead down. And then inhale, float on up. Exhale, float down. Give me that Kriya Mana Karma. Arrows in the hand of yoga practice. Inhale. Exhale. And then one more time here. Inhale, float on up. Tuck the back toes under. Exhale, lift the hips back. Down to down, down, down dog. Downward facing dog. Yeah. Ooh. Nice, friends. And then just for a moment here, try and stretch the heels to the earth. You may even lift the toes and just kind of feel that more refined, maybe even dramatic sensation in the calf or the Achilles muscles. Yeah, and then Pluto bend the knees, warrior one right side. So right foot steps, right hand, Virabhadrasana, one warrior one, left toe pivots down. Honor the width of your stance with the width of your hips tracking, squaring-ish to the front. They really don't come square, but people like to think that. And breathe deeply here. Take a moment, just engage this back leg, really feel that secure foundation. The inner thighs are squeezing, core is active, hands reach over the head. And this time, let's just let the palms face forward. Breathe very deeply. Keep the core active here, though. And then let the hands sweep up and back, but really kind of pin the belly button to the spine. Just feel into that. Heart's lifting, the gaze can come up here a little bit as well. And then with an inhale, bend the elbows, so cactus the arms again. Again, engage the muscles of the back to kind of feel the shoulder blades working into the back ribs, hugging the back of the heart even. Big inhale. And exhale, pulse forearms towards one another. Yep. And then inhale, sweep open. Then exhale, pulse. Yep. And one more time, a little different though. Pulse forward. And then the left arm under the right. So eagle arms here, friends. Eagle arms. Just stay with the breath. Feel into that. Now we're squeezing the shoulder blades away from one another. And then just let the elbows float up. Turn it into a little bit of a back bend here. Stay with the breath. So nice. And then inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, float all the way out of it. So hands plant, step back, high plank, high push up here. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, half of a chaturanga. So just bend the elbows a few inches. Stay there. Breathe deeply here. Then inhale, pull forward with the heart. Roll over the tops of feet. So Urdhva Mukha Svanasana here, upward facing dog. Just breathe deeply. Spread the toes. Tone the core. Shoulders move away from the ears. Inhale, breath. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, hips lift. Om Shanti Om. Breathe deeply. Yeah, finding the peace. Nice, friends. And a little bend in the knees. Virabhadrasana, one warrior, one left. Side, so left foot, left hand, right heel pivots down. I'm just standing here, a little squaring off of the hips. Quad active back leg, inner thigh squeeze, core. Again, tones up. And then float the hands and arms over the head, palms face forward. Again, keep the belly button pinned towards the spine energetically, muscularly. And then just sweep the hands and arms back. And then inhale, bend the elbows. So cactus the arms here. Breathe in. Nice big inhale. And exhale, pulse forms. Inhale, open. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, open. Last time. Exhale, pulse. And then the right arm under left, so eagle arms, go to Udasana. Kind of squeeze. Now feel the shoulder blades draw away from one another. And then let the elbows draw up. The gaze can go up here. Stay with the breath. Yep. And then inhale, reach the hands and arms to the sky. Exhale, float all the way out of it. Hands plant, step back, high plank, high push up. Pausing here, just breathing deeply. Oh yeah. And then a big inhale and exhale, half of a chaturanga. Just bend the elbows, stay with it. Breathe deeply here. Elbows tracking into the side body. Love into that, friends. And then inhale, float the heart forward, roll over the tops of feet, lengthen through the crown, the head, chin tuck slightly, toes spread, core active. And then a big inhale and exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Oh yeah. Great, friends. Ooh. And then float now the right leg, hip height here initially. Pause there. And then take the leg higher. Let the hip naturally spin open. First, work the foot straight to the sky. And then ground the left heel towards the earth. Spread the toes of the right foot. Breathing. Yeah? And then bend the right knee. Track the foot over to the left. Stay with the breath. And then inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, gently release it down. Then we switch this out, so float the left leg, hip height here, pause initially. Go into that. And then the leg higher, hip opens, foot straight to the sky, ground right heel. Breathe, yeah. And then bend the left knee, track that left foot over towards the right. Stay with your breathing. Then inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, gently release it down. Oh, and then warrior one again, right side, right foot steps, Virabhadrasana, one left heel pivots down, comes standing, hands and arms over the head. Sink a little lower this time. Yeah, stay with the breath. And then a big inhale and exhale, the right hand to the right waist, then reach forward with this left hand, and then just place the left elbow on the outside of the right knee, twisting. And then bring the right hand to cover the left hand and just really put a lot of intention into grounding the back foot. Breathe deeply here. Stay with the breath. Oh, yeah. Exhale your breathing. Then inhale, float hands and arms over the head, so reach to the sky. And exhale, float all the way out of it. Hands plant. Step back, high plank, high push up here. Big inhale. Exhale, half of a chaturanga. Breathe deeply. Keep holding the form. Yep. And then now float the heart forward. Upward facing dog. Breathe here. Oh, yeah. Lean back into it a little bit. Then a big inhale and exhale. Lift the hips down to down dog. Oh, yeah. Breathe in. And then left side, so left foot. Virabhadrasana 1, right heel pivots down. Stay with the breath. And you'll float the hands and arms over the head. Reach real tall. Sink deeper in the stance. Yeah, let that quad work a little bit. And then a big inhale, exhale, left hand to the left waist. Inhale, reach the right hand forward. And then the elbow on the outside of that left knee or thigh, sinking armpit to knee possibly. Ooh, big twist. And then this left hand covers the right hand. Shoulder moves away from the ear. Just open up and put a lot of intention into the back foot. Just stay with the breath. Oh, yeah. And then nice big inhale. And exhale, gently release the twist. Hands plant, step back, high plank, high push up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, half chaturanga. Pause here. Yep. Then inhale, pull forward, upward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Big inhale and exhale. Down dog. Building some storehouse of some karma here, friends. Some samchita, karma. And then balasana, so surrender to the cauldron. Yeah, forehead to the earth. Take a moment here. Let the fire burn. And then down dog again, friends, when you're ready. Downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, lift the hips. And then back into warrior one. So right foot steps, right hand, left heel pivots down. Some repetition here, but peace warrior stance. So hands to prayer at the heart. Yeah. This is the pose of Ashukla and Akrishna. So this is the pose of neither black or white karma. No attachment. Yep. Equal-minded. Warrior, but warrior at peace. Yep. And then from here, Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3, release the back foot, point the heel to the sky, and then just straighten this front leg as you lift the back leg. Oh, body down, leg up, hands stay prayer. Here, just breathe in. And then hinging at the hip deeper, standing split, hands to the shin or the floor. Reach the leg higher, breathe. Deep, deep, deep. A nice big inhale. Exhale, gently release the back foot carefully down. So bend, stand leg knee. Hands and arms back into peace warrior stance. Different kind of transition coming. Inhale, breath. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, straighten the front leg and then just pivot 180 degrees. So just a little dance on the mat here. Back into peace warrior stance. Hands to prayer at the heart. Breathe. Quad active back leg. Yeah, and then gently release the back heel, point the heel to the sky, step the foot in, and begin to weight this left leg, lean forward, straighten that left leg, lift the back leg, body down, leg up, breathe in here. Really engage the lifted legs, so spread the toes, have the lifted foot. Big inhale, exhale, hinge the hips here, falling forward, standing split here, forehead towards the shin, just breathing. Stay with the breath. Oh, yeah. And then a careful bend in the stand leg knee. Release the back foot down, back into peace, warrior stance, friends. Peace, warrior stance. Breathe in. Stay with the breath. Oh yeah. A nice big inhale. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, straighten the front leg, and then just pivot the left foot. So Prasarita Padottanasana, so wide-legged angle forward fold. Make any adjustments to the stance as you may need. A big inhale, hands to the waist. And exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward. The weight builds into the big toenails. That's beautiful, folks. And then let the hands release, head releases, and breathe deeply here. Yeah. Breathe in deep. And then gently, a little twist coming up. So inhale, flat back, and then draw the left hand under the face, and then inhale, take the right hand to the sky. And just breathe here. Stay with the breath. Yep. And a big inhale, and exhale that right hand down. We'll switch. So ground the right hand, and then inhale, float the left hand. So reach up, up, up. Big little twist there. Little smile, love. Big inhale, and exhale, release the hand down. Inhale, you're breathing. And exhale, hands to the waist, little bend the knees. Inhale, flat back to standing, coming on up. And then a little pivot here with this front foot, and then step the back foot to the top of the mat. Just put a little wiggle in there. Stay with the breath. Okay, so feeling a little Tandava coming on here. So make some room behind me. And so come to standing on your mat. Put the weight into your right leg here. And then just float the left leg. Find some balance here. Open the knee. And then this left hand is at the instep of the left foot. And the right hand is out at the shoulder. So very archetypal. And then Gyan Mudra. Pad the index finger. Pad the thumb. And then just float. Hold the right arm. Reach in tall. Stay with the breath here. Catching any wobbles. Ooh. Stay with the breath. Yep. And then exhale, you're breathing, and we'll inhale and switch the arms. And really mindfully float this left foot off the mat to the right side in kind of a curtsy position. And then the arms just reach up and up and up. The back heel lifts all the way. And just lean back into it, open up into the heart space. Yeah. And then exhale the breath completely. And then inhale, switch the arms and float back up. You just find your position, that knee floats. Yep. Breathe deeply here, friends. Then exhale the breath completely, and then inhale, switch the arms, and the leg just goes straight behind you now. So you're now on your mat, ideally. And then just lean up and back, just reach, reach, reach. Stay with the breath. Oh yeah, and then a big inhale and exhale. Float this right arm up, pivot the left heel down, and come into Warrior Two. So Cosmic Warrior Two pose. Call this Cosmic Warrior Two. Breathe deeply. And then a fist with this front hand, the thumb releases, and then a fist with the back hand, and reach this back hand in front. So the left hand is reaching, yeah. So we're gonna draw a bow, so take a nice big inhale, and exhale, left hand to the ear, draw the bow. And then sink real low, yeah. And then take the arm high, high, higher still, straighten the front leg all the way, and take a big inhale, now release the bow. That's the Samchitta going into the quiver. Yeah, Parabdha Karma now. And then, bend into the front leg knee. And then we're at horse stance. So bend both knees here, horse stance, float side to side. Yeah, breathe real deep. Oh, yeah. And then straighten this right leg. And then just bend into left knee and kind of pulse into that hamstring, and then open the arms. Oh, yeah. Stay with the breath like you're kind of surfing here. And then inhale, float, hands and arms over the head. Star pose. Breathe real deep. And then bend knees, hands back to prayer. Yeah, just sink real low. So now from this position, we'll work the weight into this right leg and float the left knee up. It looks like this. So find your balance. Wobbles are fine. And then the right arm high. And the left arm behind you, Gyan Mudra again, stay with the breath. Oh yeah. And then draw this right arm across the body. The left hand comes underneath so the backs of the hands are together, and reach the hands and arms back over the head. Oh yay. And then lean back, look over the left shoulder, and then just fall out of it and float side to side. Nice, friends. Whew. That's it. And then sink real low, get into the hips, and then inhale, star pose, reach. Ah, yeah. Stay with your breathing. And then gently here, come back to a standing position at the top of the mat. Stay with your breath. Whew. Take a moment here. So all the karmas, arrows in the quiver, samchitta, arrows in flight, prarabdha. The action that we're doing, the arrows in the hand, kriyamana. Work the weight now into this left leg. Float the right knee. Palm turns up. Palm turns out. Stay with the breath. Gyan Mudra. Left hand reaches up. Yeah. Exhale your breathing. Then inhale, switch the arms. And then float this right leg off your mat to the left side. Be mindful of what you're stepping on. Hopefully it's just solid ground. And then just, float the arms back. Lift the back heel as much as you can. Just breathe deeply here. That's it. Ooh, and then exhale the breath. Then inhale, switch the arms. Come to stand on that left leg again. Find your balance. Breathe in. And then exhale the breath completely. Then inhale, switch the arms. And then this right leg goes straight back. Yeah, heel lifts and then just reach up and back. Oh, yay. Breathe very deeply here. Then a big inhale and exhale. Float this left arm up. Pivot the right heel down. Come into Cosmic Warrior 2 again. Yeah. Breathe real deep. Sink real low. Fist with the front hand. Thumb releases. Fist with the back hand. Reach forward, forward, forward. Stay with the breath. Right? So we took the arrow out of the quiver, out of the samchitta. Big inhale. Exhale. Draw the bow. Sink real low. And then aim high, high, higher, still straight in the front leg. And a big inhale now. Release the bow. That's our prarabdha karma. And then bend into the front leg knee. Hands to prayer. So again, we're just floating side to side. I'm going to face you guys because I can. So we're here, side to side. Oh yeah. And then straighten this left leg. And then just sink. Pulse into that right knee a little bit. Open the arms. Breathe deep. That's it. And then inhale, star pose. Reach hands and arms over the head. Breathe in deep, big inhale. And exhale, hands to prayer. Sink real low, bend knees. Float side to side. Stay with it. And then we'll work the way into this left leg. The right leg floats up. And then the left arm is over the head. Right arm behind you. Gyan Mudra here. Going to that. And then draw the left arm across the body. The right underneath. Backs of the hands come together. Then reach the hands and arms over the head again. Breathe deeply. Lean back. Look over the right shoulder and just float out of it. Yeah. Side to side. Stay with it. Sink real low. Oh, yeah. And then let the palms of the hands release towards the earth. The elbows lift and the heart sinks. Exhale the breath. Then inhale, float all the way up and out of it. Star pose again here. Breathe in deep. Then a big inhale, exhale, hands to prayer. And then wherever you are, gently make your way back to the top of the mat. Oh, yeah. Pause here. Close the eyes. Make a little oval shape with the arms. Hollow out the armpits. Little bend in the knees so there's a sense of being grounded in the form. I talk about Sri Aurobindo on occasion, this great illuminated yogi being from the turn of the century. And someone asked him one time, "What do you think about?" And his answer was, "I think of nothing. I think of nothing." Nice, friends. Gently inhale, float the hands and arms over the head, reach real tall. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Little vinyasa here, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down knees, plant hands to back, high plank. High push up. And then half of a chaturanga, bend elbows, just stay with it, breathe here. Oh yeah, and then inhale, float the heart forward into upward facing dog. We just sweetly roll over the tops of the feet, and then we do that inhale breath, and exhale back into down, down, down dog. Okay. And then inhale, float the right leg, hip height here. Big inhale, exhale, right knee, right elbow, squeeze and a kiss. Yeah, we're going for it this time. And then inhale, leg behind you. And then exhale, left knee, left elbow, squeeze it and hold it. Yeah, friends, hold it. And then send that left leg out to the right. You know where we're headed. Ground the whatever heel, left heel, and then float the left arm to the sky. Just breathe here. Stay with the breath. And then draw this left arm over the head towards the front of the space that you're in. Lift the heart a little more. Lean back into it. And then bend the left elbow and bring the hand to the back of the head and lift the chin. And then just squeeze the shoulder blades together. Really ignite the muscles of the back here. Breathe deeply. Big inhale and exhale back into downward facing dog. Oh, yeah. Breathe deep, nourish the body with breath. And then float the left leg, hip height. And then a big inhale. And exhale, left knee, left elbow, squeeze and a kiss. Then inhale, leg behind you. Exhale, left to right, squeeze it and hold it here. Hold it, breathe deeply. And then send that left leg out to the right. Ground the right heel, balance left hand. And then just float this left arm to the sky, reach up, up, up. Then a big inhale, left arm over the head towards the front of the space that you're in. Lift the heart, lean back. And then bend the right elbow, hand to the back head, lift the chin. And then just squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe deeply. Then a big inhale and exhale back into down dog. Oh yeah. Breathe here. Stay with me. Float the right leg, hip height here. And then sweep the right foot out to the right. It looks like this. Toes are forward. And then just bend the elbows and sink onto the pelvis. So we're onto the pelvis and then onto the forearms here. Just allow the kind of the pelvis to descend. Ground the foot as best you can. And then from here, reach the right hand forward and then sweep this left arm over to the right. So you're on the left shoulder here. And then float the right arm to the sky. Breathe, yeah. And then bend the left knee and capture the foot or ankle with that right hand. Stay with the breath. Oh, yay. That's it, friends. And then gently release the foot here. Plant both hands and then sweep back into downward facing dog. Oh yeah, really nice. And then float the left leg, hip height here. And then sweep the left foot over to the left. Really reach it up. And then just very gently release the hips down and then come onto the forearms. So we're just here. Oh yeah, letting this inner groin release. And then the left hand reaches forward. And then the right arm reaches under and we come onto the right shoulder like so. And then just float on the left arm to the sky. And just breathe here. Feel into that for a moment. And then bend this right knee. Capture the foot or ankle. Just breathe into it. So quad stretch, obviously. You can kick the foot into the hand a little bit. And a nice big inhale. And exhale, gently release the foot. Hand plants, we wiggle our way back up into it. It's not going to be a lot of grace with that. That's okay. Down dog. Yeah. And then as if we're just offering the samskara into the volcanic river of the cauldron of the cleansing, child's pose, we go. Surrender it all. Shukla, Krishna. Your karma is neither white or black. It does not exist. Okay, friends. Gently come on up. We'll make our way to a seated position. Take a moment here. And just gently send, so Janu Shirsasana, the left leg out, seated pose. Draw the right foot towards the pelvis here, and then just open the knee, ground the foot on the inside of that extended leg here. Engage the quadricep of the extended leg, so toes are spreading, that grounds the form. And just for fun, let's take a moment and just try and sit real tall here in this. Yeah, and then we'll kind of travel in this a little bit. So take the left hand on the outside of the right knee and just twist to the right. Re-engage the length of the spine here. So notice how the muscles of the back activate. The shoulder blades kind of move down the back to extend the spine. You can use this left hand to pull into it a little bit if you want. Keep the extended foot active though, so the side of the body is being grounded. Yeah, and then a nice big inhale. And exhale, release this twist here, but then twist the torso all the way over the extended leg. Take a moment here. And then we'll just grab the shin, the skin of your shin is what I do. Pull my pant leg up a little bit. And we're just kind of pulling the leg into the hip. Keep the toes spread here. And then that allows for the hamstring to release. I'm not rounding because that releases the pressure when I reach up. That really grounds into the earth. That's the intention initially. And then we keep that extension and the hamstring just slowly releases, but we keep energy kind of going through the length of the spine. And really what happens is the pranic energy goes up the back of the head and then down the forehead. So we don't want to lift the chin because it spill the energy out. So we keep the chin tucked just slightly. Yeah, breathe deeply here. Big inhale. And exhale just completely. Now round into length. So drape the torso maybe over the thigh, forehead towards the earth. Breathe in. Oh, just medicine here. So much so. Ooh. And then belly button to the spine. Inhale, just walk the hands up the leg to support kind of coming out of the form. Let everything kind of flush and release. Feel deeply inside. And then we'll switch this out. So extend the right leg, bending the left knee, draw the foot into the inner thigh. Janu Shirsasana. Janu. Right, knee. Janu is knee. Shirsa is head. So again, ground, quad, toe spread, lengthen, and then right hand outside of left knee, twist. Breathe deeply. Again, lengthen the spine by engaging the back muscles. Breathe in deeply. Oh, yeah. Then take a nice big inhale. Then exhale, release the twist here, float the torso all the way around over the extended leg, and then just grip the shins, lengthen the torso. Just pause here for a moment. Breathe in deeply. Let the hamstrings slowly release. Maybe wiggle the ribs a little bit out of the way. Keep lengthening the spine. Just think about the energetic body, quality of experience. That's how the yogis are able to get into a Shukla and a Krishna, is that they let their minds, travel in the region beyond the Mahabhutas, beyond the five elements. Inhale, breath. Exhale, rounding, breathing deeply. Ooh. Yeah, belly to the spine. And once again, gently inhale, walk the hands up the legs to come out of it. Little support for all the length and the strength. Draw this left knee up, extend. Left leg out. We're Dandasana, so hands ground here. Torso extends. Broadness in the chest, so shoulder blades squeeze in a little bit. Collarbones expansive. Then inhale, float the hands and arms over the head here. Keep active in the back as you just gently lean like a quarter of the way down. Just so, right, the hamstrings tie up in this a little bit, low back as well. And then just float the arms down, but you can see I'm not moving the torso at all. So I stay long in the torso, the hands grab the shins. I keep lengthening up. So belly keeps drawing to the spine. I keep extending from the root of the body, right? The pelvis all the way through the length of the spine, the head. And once again, though, but energetically, energy is flowing up the back of the head and down the forehead, right? And so the chin is slightly tucked. It can be Naga Drishti, and that's off the end of your nose. Breathe in. Keep letting the body release into it. And then hands maybe reach a little far forward, but I'm not collapsing yet. No. Big inhale and exhale, gently round, ribs to thighs, forehead, earth. That's it, friends. Ooh. And then gently belly to the spine, same thing. Walk the hands, inhale up the legs to come out of it. And I'm just going to gently spin around. We'll use the core lightly to make our way onto our backs here. Gently onto our backs. Hands and arms over the head. Stay with the breath. Full body stretch. And hug the knees here into the chest, hug. And you can rock side to side, so a little massage of the spine. Feeling that. Ooh. And then a supine twist. So ground both of the feet. The arms are at a tear cactus position. Feeling into that. And then shift the hips to the right, set them down, and then the knees to the left, the gaze to the right. Maybe the legs stack, maybe there's a 90-degree angle, upper leg, lower leg, different things. Breathe into the belly. Add another quiver to the Sanchita by the Kriya Mana action of Yoga Sadhana. Yeah. And then gently draw the knees back up, ground them firm, and the hips shift to the left, and the knees to the right. Gaze to the left. Breathe into the belly. Yep. And then gently let the knees go back to neutral position, all the way back to neutral. Hug them, hug them, hug them. Little rock side to side. And this equanimity here. No preference, no aversion. Yeah. And then our inversion here, Viparita Karani Mudra. The feet float up, the hips lift, the hands to the low back, or place the hips on a block. That's going to be my method here this morning. Hips to the block, and then the feet float to the sky. The body takes a V shape here. Making sure the weight is in the, the shoulders, upper back, or the arms if you're holding the hips. And we'll gently just make our way out of this, however that works for you. It's coming out. Hips to the earth when you're ready. Hugging the knees to the chest. Pre-Shavasana Kumbhak. Breath suspension here. So exhale out all your breathing, then take a nice big inhale. Hold the breath in and just wait on it. And gently exhale the breath. And then again, we'll do this and then pooch the belly as usual. So exhale your breathing and take a big inhale. Hold the breath. Pooch the belly. Slowly exhale the breath. And just chill right into Shavasana from here. All temporal experience, in other words, all earthly experience is encouraged to just float on by. And the awareness is just entering the cosmic web. a sacred place where all presence is fully revealed. It's this beautiful domain. It's surrounded by peace. For the yogi, the karma is neither white or black. It is independent of quality and conditioned existence. It is free. Just gently let your breath lengthen here. Just breathing a little deeper. Just allowing a sense of presence to be pervasive. Slowly let the body add little movements and things. So a little stretch and a hug. We'll meet on the left side of the body here. Then gently make your way to a seated position. Just coming on up. Just take a minute and establish the asana for a seated meditation practice. Typically, there's support under the pelvis so the knees can ground. That allows the hips to relax into the form as the spine extends. For those who may be newer on the stream, we'll have another about 25 minutes of practice or so, our pranayama meditation portion of our sadhana, morning sadhana. This morning for our pranayama, we'll first just gently warm up the breath by deep yogic breathing, and then we'll invite some fairly significant practice. We're going to practice the bandhas, or the locks, here this morning. And so just find that comfortable seated position and then begin to breathe the deep yogic breath with kumbhak, with breath suspension at the top of the inhale and also the bottom of the exhale. And so the technique is you initiate the inhale by expanding the belly, then the ribs expand, chest lifts and expands. Then get to the very tip top of the breath and just continue to filter a little bit of breath in for a few counts. That's the kumbhak, the suspension. Recognize this stillness there. And then slowly exhale completely. If you haven't already started, begin when you're ready and get to the bottom of the exhale and filter the breath out a little bit. The kumbhak at the bottom. Belly goes to the spine. And then naturally the belly button expands as the next inhale is allowed to move into the body. Full yogic breath, kumbhak. And then with your next exhalation, complete the round that you're on, release the breath from modification here. Let's feel the effects of the practice. And so our first bandha that we'll practice is called Mula Bandha, and that means the root lock. This is taught in different ways, and I am guided by the Hatha Yoga Pratipika and the classical teachings of Hatha Yoga in this method. And it's done by a full yogic breath on an inhale. But as you begin to draw the belly button to the spine on that inhale, you contract the muscles around the anal sphincter muscle area. And then inside the column of the colon, about 4 finger widths deep inside, is this thing called Ganesh Nadhi. And while it may be a little difficult to fully access muscularly, it's an energetic seal, and that's where Mulanda is. It's the contraction of Ganesh Nadi inside the column of the colon. The contraindications for this are anything to do with breath retention, so higher low blood pressure, eye issues, detached retina, glaucoma, and then if you're on the first 3 days of your moon cycle, the menses, it's suggested not to do this practice either. What's happening energetically is Apan Pran, which normally moves down, is encouraged to move back up. That's heating and very purifying. And so I'll teach the first one, and then I'll let you go as time permits. So exhale the breath completely. And then with a full yogic breath, expand the belly. Continue to inhale, belly to the spine, and then contract the muscles of the anal sphincter area. Kind of maybe draw the mind up inside the column of the colon. Full breath in, and then just hold the breath for as long as comfortable. Just stay with me. I'll kind of bring us out of it. And then very gently release the breath, and about halfway down, release the bandha. Belly to the spine as you complete the exhale, and then the next round begins immediately. So the belly expands, inhaling. Belly towards the spine, continue to inhale, grab the bandha. The practice is yours as time permits. Just probably a couple more rounds. And then with your next exhalation, just gently complete the round that you're on. Just feel the effects of the practice. Then our next bandha, the next lock or seal, is called Jalandhar bandha, and that means cloud holding water, and it is the throat lock. The technique is we take a full yogic breath, inhaling, get to the very tip top of the inhale, and then just gently release the chin into the hollow of the throat, lift the sternum, And then turn the corners up of your mouth to close the glottis in the back of the throat, holding the breath in for as long as comfortable. And then we lift the chin and then gently exhale, releasing the lock and then releasing the breath. Jalandhar Bandha. The contraindications are the same for mul because the breath retention, with the exception of the moon cycle. And so we'll practice the first one together, and then again, as time permits, I'll let you do a few rounds on your own. And so exhale the breath completely, and then take a full yogic breath on the inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Get to the top of the breath, hold the breath in, then release the chin into the hollow of the throat, lift the sternum, and turn the corners up of your mouth to close the glottis in the back of the throat. When you're ready, the chin lifts, and then exhale the breathing, and then move immediately into the next round. At your own pace, Jalandhar Bandha, the throat lock, cloud holding water, reversing the direction of pranavayu. And then with your next exhalation, complete the round that you're on, just feeling the effects of the practice. Then our last bandha for this morning's practice is called Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha, it means flying upward, and it's the navel lock. The technique is you take a full yogic breath on the inhale, exhale out all the breath, hold the breath out, lean forward, turn the hands in, and draw the belly to the spine, and then up under the rib cage. And I'll do just a quick little demonstration of that. So inhale, exhale. And then relax the belly out, and then inhale and draw the torso into an upright position. We'll practice the first one together. Takes a little get used to. So exhale your breathing, same contraindications. Big inhale here. Exhale out all the air. Lean forward, turn the hands in, hold the breath out, and then draw the belly to the spine and then up under the rib cage. Hold as long as comfortable, and then relax the belly and go for an inhale. Inhaling the breath, it happens naturally here. And then moving right into the next round, exhaling out all the air, holding the breath out, no cheating on this one. Belly to the spine, up under the rib cage. Just continue the practice as time permits. Uddiyana Bandha, the navel lock. And just continue the practice. And then after next exhalation and retention, completing the round that you're on, releasing the breath entirely from modification, just feeling the effects of the practice. And then take some very decided belly breaths here. Then our dharana and dhyana practice, our concentration and meditation practice. One might suggest that the sadhana that we do is based upon qualified non-dualism. And that's really all yogic practice, where initially we use what are called sakala, parts, to get to nishkala, without parts. For our practice this morning, I'd like for us to just consider emptiness. This quality of space that is within and without. Let it be a perception, let it be a feeling of nothingness. If any imagination appears in the mind, any vikalpa or any smriti, any memory, let that dissolve as if a cloud is just floating by or just dissolving in the sky. And we just reaffirm the sensation of emptiness. If the mind is untethered in any way, you can add the mantra of Om as you inhale and exhale to refine that quality of presence. Emptiness. Karma Shukla Krishnam Yoginas Trividham Vitresham Om Karma Shukla La Krishna Yoginas Trividham Iteresham. And an Om here together. So bringing hands to prayer, a sense of presence, humility, gratitude. These great teachings of yoga, this great mystery we get to explore in our Sangha, in our community. So grateful for this opportunity to share. Namaste. Scoot here a little closer. Okay, friends, another great cosmic journey. Thank you so much for joining. Kate, good morning. Thanks for joining. And yeah, it's wonderful practice. Karma is such an incredible subject. There's so much to it, and our yogic teaching is a wonderful opportunity to explore this with you guys. And anticipate this summer we'll get a chance to dig in again in our retreats and stuff up at Shivalaya, hopefully. And yeah, do a little like on the video, share it if you want, bring your friends, do the Venmo thing, much always appreciated. And yeah, thanks for sticking with me through all the things that are happening. And remember to always love peace, friends. Love peace. All right. Thanks, Leslie. Love peace. All right, I'm going to stream out. Be well, friends. You're welcome, Tammy.